Have you ever wanted to team up with or against your friends in a deadly, action-packed underwater setting? Beneath the waters of Swimsanity lurk giant foes, 8 exciting game modes, over 150 challenges, unique power-ups, and more. Interested? We thought so. Here's Swimsanity's developer and Decoy Games co-founder Ahmed Abdullah on what we're sure will be one of 2020's best multiplayer titles.
What's going on, guys? My name is Ahmed Abdullah, co-founder and developer of Decoy Games, and I'm excited to tell you guys about Swimsanity. So for those of you who don't know, Swimsanity is an underwater shooter competitive cooperative game modes where you and friends can go online or locally and play in all these great ways where you can do underwater battles. You know, the great thing about Swimsanity is that you select as Mooba, our hero, and then you'll be able to unleash Swimsanity in all these cool action-packed game modes.
How many people are working on Swimsanity? How long has the game been in development?
So Decoy Games, we're a 3-man development team. So the co-founder is my brother, Khalil, and we have our artist, Chris Venn. Swimsanity is our first game we ever created, so we're really excited. We kind of used it to actually learn game development. So we're self-taught, self-published and self-funded indie studio, so we're as indie as it gets. But we've always had big aspirations to produce on consoles and build this game. So really, Swimsanity started off as a Flash project that was just this game called Swimsanity. Mooba Diver, the scuba diver, he just picked up gold from the bottom of the sea. And now that we wanted to take that small set of what we were learning how to game develop, and now we wanted to bring it into consoles. So we had to add multiplayer, we had to add online play, and all this great stuff you guys can enjoy.
Does Swimsanity have a learning curve, or can anyone jump in and play?
So Swimsanity is for everybody, right? So you can jump in right away. We always say it takes just 3 minutes to get used to the game, and then after that you'll find yourself competing, setting records in co-op mode or taking out your friends in versus mode. So we like to make a game that's really for all ages and for everyone to compete and work together.
Why did you pick an underwater setting for Swimsanity?
Everyone says underwater levels are the hardest in games, right? Probably the worst one. So why don't you just make a full game on it? We're trying to get rid of that whole myth of underwater, but we make sure there's always this arcade feel when you're underwater. So even though there's this lot of physics movement, you always feel like you always have this advantage of moving around and competing with others.
What are some of the enemies that players will encounter in Swimsanity?
In Swimsanity, there's a lot of sea creatures that we bring to you from under the sea. So great thing is that you'll fight these big sea creature monsters in our co-op adventure mode. From big whales to turtles to even a lobster that comes at you with these big cannons on its arm, to the regular sea creatures that you fight with jellyfish, a seahorse with dynamite strapped on a bat that clucks like a chicken. Yeah, it's pretty weird, but that's what we do. That's what we love Swimsanity. It's all insane, and it's all underwater fun.
How many different game modes does Swimsanity have?
Swimsanity, we have 8 game modes, 5 competitive and 3 cooperative. So the 3 cooperative game modes, you have Adventure and Adventure Sanity, allows you to have this side-scrolling experience, or you can jump in our Horde mode Survival and try to get the highest ranking you can. Or you can compete with your friends, that gives you your standard deathmatch, team deathmatch, you have your last move of standing, and we also have our great capture flag mode called Orb Rush. So there's a lot of content day one when you get into Swimsanity, all the modes you can play.
Can you tell us a little more about what unleashes are in Swimsanity? Do you have any favorites?
So the cool thing about Swimsanity is when you select your Mooba, you also select your Unleash. So when you deal damage on your opponents, your Unleash bar will fill up, then you get to unleash Swimsanity. So these are one of the special moves you can select that goes from healing your teammates with the medic and turn into a big shark where you can just devour all your opponents. That's probably one of my favorites, and it's probably one of the fan favorites as well, but there's some we haven't even shown you guys yet. I'm really excited you to see it.
The soundtrack is absolutely phenomenal. Who composed the game's OST, and what was the process like?
Yeah, so the amazing thing about Swimsanity, we love the visuals, but really that soundtrack really brings it together. Joshua Mosley, he actually worked on games like Explosion Man, one of our favorites, and also some soundtracks for movies like Batman vs. Superman and the HBO boxing theme song. So we had to bring him in, bring that epic sound to the game.
Are there any plans for post-launch updates and DLC for Swimsanity?
Yeah, the thing about a game too, we had to scale back a lot of the content that was there. So we have plenty of ideas for DLC that's going to be there. So you can expect new game modes, you can expect more unleashes, more levels, and you can expect things that will really even change the way you play the game now. So really excited to bring you guys content even after it comes out.
Finally, when is Swimsanity expected to release, and on what platforms?
So for everyone that's been waiting for the game for so long, you don't have to wait much longer. Swimsanity will come out this summer, 2020. It'll be on PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and Steam. It doesn't matter what platform you have, because we will also have online crossplay, so you can play with anyone, any of your friends, on any platform.
Swimsanity is expected to release in summer 2020. On Steam, you can wishlist Swimsanity and you can stay up to date on all of the launch details by following at Decoy Games on Twitter.